Final Fantasy 16. Let's play. Now we are on a mission. We gotta go back to the hideaway and return to the hideaway.
Where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
Yeah, you think? Let's see. He is.
If Martha's gonna get back on her feet, she'll need our help. Whether she wants it or not.
You look like you could do with a drink.
Oh, you got a shorter drink? Does this get you anything, I wonder?
How am I getting on? Ah, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands. And it'd be worse than that if Molly here didn't make the best stew this side of Stonehair, even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though.
Tempted to buy a round for the hall to see if I get anything. Or order a drink for 500 gil. Let's see if we get anything with this first.
Might be a mo. Oh, keep your mug handy.
So it doesn't really do anything for you? Yeah, I think I like this one the best. Alright, let's talk to Gav.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Dang, I just bought a drink for 500 gil and I just got one for free.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
Smart thinking.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
He did say his uncle.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Open the Moogle shop. New facilities. The following hideaway facilities are now available. Alliant reports, the Patron's Whisper, the Hunt Board. All three are located near Otto and the Mess.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Well, let's go check out Otto's real quick.
Those men didn't hurt Martha, did they?
And what can I do for you? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
I will be quick, but not because you told me.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Is that all? You think it's alright to touch him?
Clive? What do you want?
wonder how many times you can upgrade. So maybe I'll keep upgrading these just to see.
You can thank me later.
Hopefully this ain't a mistake.
That it? Fine.
If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here, I'd have taken you for a madman. But no, here it is.
So we got a message and a treasure to look at for the wall memories. Okay. That's the saddle. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I'm glad to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say White Heart. You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate. And here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Chill.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria. That room's as ragged as...
So Martha's all right.
Ah, my favorite pupil. How may I help you today? The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try. I don't think so.
The Hunt Board. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted to the Hunt Board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. So we killed one already. Got a C rank on that one. I don't remember what the symbol is. Another one on the right is Gil. Is that ability points? It might be. Might be AP. It is not. I really do not know what that symbol is. That sucks. Oh well.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Words are immortal.
They live on in others, and if the words are your own, so too will you. Do you know who told me that? It was Yara in our last lesson before Titan came. It stayed with me ever since his passing and inspired me to become what I am today. I imagine we survivors all have a story like that, of someone who remains with us even though they're gone.
Business is busy.
On top of my regular duties here at the Whisper, Otto has piled countless other tasks, from transcribing and sorting Stola's reporting to penning needful missives. Not that I'm complaining, mind. I enjoy writing. I have ever since I learned my letters from Jara back in the old hideaway. I won't claim to have been his best student, though. The honor goes to Shirley.
Still,
I like to think Jara would be proud of me too, were he with us today.
Come to claim your just desserts?
Okay, that's what that symbol is. I didn't think we ran into it yet. Completing side quests will earn Clive renown. Inspire nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway's mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. Okay. I-55 renown. So talk to the tea house. You marry a band of outlaws, and the dashing deeds of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. We have gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry. Heartstruck Dowagger. We get Valley Matter, Steel Silk, Bloody Hide, ability points 400. Our order is one built on pride, but that does not mean we are too proud to give thanks where thanks is due. We may have failed Martha once, but never again. The Blood Axis. One meteorite.
Here you are. You earned this.
Okay, that's neat. Berserker Ring. We don't know what that is yet.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you doing? Oh, same old.
In it, Otto's got me reading through the reports coming in from our allies and picking out what problems need dealing with now and what can be saved for later. It was still early days back in the old place, so I could just about handle the job myself. State of the world now, though, I need Dee's help to sift through it all. And that's just the sifting. Actually solving any of these problems is a whole other headache. The curse breakers take the urgent stuff, but we're still stuck waiting for volunteers to handle the rest.
So,
If you ever find yourself at a loose end, well, you know where to find me. So much has happened since that night. Feels like a lifetime ago. But we'll never forget those who didn't make it. Kenneth, Martel, they're still with us in our hearts. When I found out he was gone, I thought that was it for us.
he's still with us too.
With us, and in you. He took his name and gave us hope when we had none. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is don't be a stranger, eh? A hideaway ain't nothing without its Sid.
Quick look. Think you can help?
Without a ship to carry you there, Drake's breath might as well be on the moon.
Oh, actually, yes, because we weren't able to go here before.
That room's as ragged as goat's locks.
Think it's all right to touch him?
How much water can a flower drink?
Experimental record, Bohemian head botanist. Mixed equal parts first-rate vineyard hummus from the Gotland's Vales with Deadland soil. Of the 6 cuttings planted therein, 2 survived to flower, only to wither and die within a sennight. Even amalgamated with the finest imperial loam, the blighted earth is still affecting a nutritional deficiency. It might be remedied with some further source of nourishment, saltpeter or potash, or the dung of a racing chocobo. This shall be the subject of my next round of experiments. Excuse me, guys, if I don't know how to pronounce some of these words. The foundations of Balastian botany. More bull tendrils. After excising from the trunk, dry for 3 to 5 turns of the sun until brittle to the touch. Grind in mortar and add to warm coral milk to remedy gout, melancholy, and moon sickness. Caution recommended when harvesting, as the host may grow disquieted. I really thought there would be a treasure chest here, but I guess I was wrong.
Won't be long now, Martel. Try your apples soon enough. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
This ton here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it good. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
Did you come through the forge today? That room's as ragged as...
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Enjoy.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Them old apples.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
You think it's all right to touch him?
Alright. Back down here we go. Get our reward and move on.
The curse breakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Alright. Going to Hawk's Cry Cliff.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past.
And now we're gonna face hers.
If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Yes. I want to learn more about her.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
You know, that'd be cool if they had like a DLC to see.
Come on.
I was gonna say Jill's story between the time that happened at Phoenix Gate and then they met up.
I think your mother's reach extends. Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
I would also like to maybe see a DLC with Sid. Maybe they'll come out with both. Who knows? Still a little butthurt about Sid's death. Still not very good with those fights. But it's okay, we'll get there.
It's over.
Pretty sure I'll be coming back this way anyway.
It's over.
Facing the death of life.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first.
You're a long way from home, aren't you? Keep to the roads now.
Can I use potions here? Yes, I can.
Welcome, stranger. Much obliged. Keep to the roads now.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
We're going hunting for outlaws.
How do you like that, boy?
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Baby chocobos.
What did those knights want, Father?
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
Well, what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
That's what's wrong. I knew my attack went down.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
New enemies.
Ever since the auditory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it. More of my mother's men.
That's what I missed out on if I would have went the other way. But we will be back here eventually, I'm sure. Wow, that's a pretty sweet move. I know the cooldown on that's gotta be crazy.
How would I be without you?
That tornado actually lasts quite a while. Try to get him to play fetch, but he gets pet more often. Not gonna lie, that kind of scared me a bit.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that
Need to
we may
get that
purge the night and welcome
sorcerer
the
first.
dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you the true shield of Rosaria.
That's actually okay. Once you know how to use that move, it's actually pretty good.
This one. To me, boy. Stay down.
Yeah, I like that move actually. You can connect them all, hit multiple people, then if you attack right afterwards, it kind of like chained them all and knocked them all down.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Find something, boy. Death.
Oh, found her.
Whoa.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
It's like an abandoned town. Looks like we're gonna get a bridge here soon. Doesn't go up any. Oh, that's what we're already wearing. Now we just have 2 of them, I think.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morning, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
I did, Mummy. I could.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed! Be gone!
How am I to sell my wares?
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands. You'll find no succor to the South Travellers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
Come on.
Yeah!
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy.
Voice-rinsed dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
Oh, good enough, Roger.
Fuck off. Hang you chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all. I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties. Cut you down where you stand. Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Probably not. You know how that goes in games, it's not abandoned.
We haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a boss fight in there and a bunch of enemies. Which is okay. The battles are fun in this game. We're going to here, and then we'll call it a night. Alright, we will continue on the next episode of Final Fantasy 16. Thank you all for watching. If you like the videos and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, leave some comments, and maybe let me know if there's any other games out there that you want me to try. And see you next time.